Okay, ji. So trigonometry lecture number 6, we'll be doing cosine rule. So what does cosine rule say? Cosine rule specifically helps us to find side when opposite angle and two adjacent side to angle are given. Or the cosine rule helps us to find angle when all three sides are given. Now, normally cosine rule is applied on both. Applied on non-right angle triangle. But it can also be applied on right angle triangle. But when the values are already given in right angle triangle, we can always apply trigonometric ratios. So normally when we look into non-right angle triangle and we see that to find side, opposite angle and two adjacent sides are given, we use cosine rule to find the side, to find the angle. If all the three sides are given, that the cosine rule will be used. Now, generally, there are 6 formulas that are there to find side. Let's say we have a non-right angle triangle and angle A, B, C. Opposite to angle A is the side of A. Opposite to angle B is the side of B. Opposite to angle C is the side of C. So if we just look at the formulas of side, if I need to find the side A, so that means it should be A square is equal to B square plus C square minus 2 BC cos A will be used. This is for side A, which is BC. If we have side B, which is AC, then the formula will be B square is equal to A square plus C square minus 2AC cos B, that be angle B. If you want to have side C, which means your side C is AB. So this should be C square is equal to A square plus B square minus 2 AB cos C. So generalizing that these formulas are basically used when the opposite side and the two adjacent angles are used, right? To find side, we need opposite angle and two adjacent side to the angle. So that means that if we have a non-right angle triangle, if we have a non-right angle triangle and this is CDE, and I've been given that this is 60, 10 and 12. Now, that means for such question, I will be told to find side ED or DE. So looking at the question, what I'll look into that this is missing. Since this is missing, it's a non-right angle triangle. Opposite angle is given and adjacent sides are given to the angle. So when the opposite angle and adjacent sides are given, we will be applying cosine rule. So when the opposite angle, so we'll look into this, that since we need to find ED, we'll write down ED square. The two sides which are 10 and 12, the two sides which are 10 and 12, we write down as 10 square plus 12 square minus 2, 10, 12, and we write down this as cos 60. The only thing that we'll be doing is ED will be under root all the answers. That means 10 square plus 12 square minus 2, 10, 12 cos 60. So when we solve ED, the answer of ED will be 11.1. So this will only be used when you will be told to find the side, but opposite angle and the two adjacent sides will be given. Let's work out another example for such thing. Let's say that we have been given a non-right angle triangle. And in this non-right angle triangle, we have X, Y, Z. So this is 50, this is 7 and 8. And we have been told to find X, Y. So to see that it is a non-right angle triangle, to find XY, we have been given opposite angle and two adjacent sides. So XY will be used as square. So this should be written as XY square. The two sides are 8 square plus 7 square minus 2, 8, 7 cos 50. Because generally the formula is, if I just write down the general formula, this should be a square is equal to b square plus c square minus 2bc cos a. So that means that each of the side will have square. Then in the formula there is negative 2bc. That means b and c will be on this side. Same values will be taken. And the angle will be opposite to the side. So similar way, since we had to find xy, I wrote xy square. The two sides are 8 and 7. 8 square plus 7 square. You can always write down as 7 square plus 8 square as well. Minus 2, that is in the formula. B and C, 8 and 7. And cos 50 is basically opposite to the side that we need to find out. So that is cos 50. So to solve this, we'll be using under root, and under root xy will be under root 8 square plus 7 square minus 2, 8, 7 cos 50. The answer of xy will be 6.4, 6.40. So this will be your non-right angle triangle cosine rule for particular side. In similar way, as I said, that this can be used for the angles as well. This can be used for angles too. Now, as I said, that the formula generally was a square is equal to b square plus c square minus 2bc cos a. This will be 2bc cos a. So, just to solve this, since we need to find out angle A, so this should be a square minus b square minus c square upon 2bc will be minus cos A. Since this is negative, this should turn down to positive. So b square plus c square, all the values in the numerator will be changed with the negative signs, just to remove negative from the cos. So to find the angle A, this should be cos inverse b square plus c square minus a square upon 2bc. This should be cos inverse for the angle A. Similarly, there is another formula for B as well, because the generalized formula for side B is B square is equal to A square plus C square minus 2AC cos B. So to find out the angle B, what we can do is B square minus A square minus C square, because A square and plus C square moves on that side. 2AC is divided, you're left with minus cos B. Your negative sign will be used to change the values in the numerator. So this should be A square plus C square minus B square is equal to cos B, but in the denominator it will be remaining as same as it is. To find out B, this should be cos inverse A square plus C square minus B square upon 2AC. So this will be your answer for particular value of B. In similar way, what we can see is there is another side, that is C square. So this can be written as A square plus B square minus 2AB cos C. So to find out the angle, this should be C square or C, which means what we can write is your C square minus A square minus B square upon 2AB will be minus cos C. So to find C, we will do cos inverse, but because of the negative sign, all the values inside will change. A square plus B square minus C square upon 2AB. So this will be the answer for what? Angle C. Now these are general formulas that are there for cosine rule to find C. But since we will be learning the concept regarding the angle, so that means if if angle to be found out, you need to understand all three sides will be given. That means all three sides will be given. Let's say this is your non-right angle triangle A, B, and C, and 10, 8, and let's say 6. And I've been told to find out angle A. I've been told to find out angle A. So we will be writing down the formula of the side. That means opposite to the angle A is 8. Opposite to the angle A is 8. So when the opposite to angle A is 8, we will write down 8 square first. We'll write down 8 square. Then the remaining two sides, 8 square equal to 10 square plus 6 square minus 2, 10, 6, and this should be cos A. So this is generalized formula of side. To find A, what we can do is 8 square minus 10 square minus 6 square upon 2, 10. You can always solve them and then use cos A, but this will be negative. So that means cos A, since it will turn down positive, it should be 10 square plus 6 square minus 8 square upon 2, 10, and 6, and then cos, since I need to find the angle, this should be cos inverse 10 square plus 6 square minus 8 square upon 2, 10, 6. And this should give me the angle of A. And the angle of A is 53.13 will be the angle for what? A. Now, since we know that this was particularly used for to find out angle A. So let's just find out angle B using the same non-right angle triangle. And the non-right angle triangle was, this is A, B, C, 6, 10, and 8. Now let's say we need to find out angle B. So when we need to find out angle B, so as I said, for angle B, we look at the opposite side, that is 10. So this should be 10 square. The remaining two sides will be 6 square plus 8 square minus 2, 6, 8, and this should be cos B. Now generalizing this, we'll just shift everything down. So just doing it directly, cos inverse, because for B, this should be cos inverse 6 square plus 8 square minus 10 square upon 2 multiplied by 6 multiplied by 8. So value of cos B, angle B will be, so it should be 90 degree. So considering that it is 90 degree, with the example, the entire non-right angle triangle has been shifted to right angle triangle. But still, we will be finding out angle C as well. And then look for the conclusion answer that what kind of figure it is. So angle C will be, if we want to find angle C, this should be 6 square, because opposite to angle C is 6. This should be 8 square plus 10 square minus 2, 8, 10, and this should be cos C. To find C, what we'll do is cos inverse 8 square plus 10 square minus 6 square upon 2, 8, and 10. The answer for C is 36.86. So these were the three angles in the non-right angle triangle initially, but now we got to know that this triangle is a right angle triangle because the angle B was 90 degree using 8, 6, and 10. So now just let's change this angle to right angle triangle. So the angle B was 90 degree. So angle B was 90 degree. Angle A was 53.1. Angle A was 53.1. Opposite to angle A is 8, where this becomes 36.9. And opposite to this 36.9, because angle C was there, this is going to be 6. So your Pythagoras theorem, even in the right angle triangle, will give me AC as 10. So that means that Pythagoras theorem will be hypotenuse square is equal to base square or adjacent square plus perpendicular square. So hypotenuse will be 10 square is equal to 6 square plus 8 square. So this is 10 square, which means 6 square is 36 plus 64. So this is 10 square, which means 100. So if we just solve this thing down, this is going to be 10 is equal to 10. So considering the fact that this non-right angle triangle with the example of cosine rule, we got to know that this was shifted to what? Your 90 degrees. So this was just to give you example that your right angle triangle and your non-right angle triangle both can apply to cosine rule initially as it said, but normally in the right angle triangle we use trigonometric ratios. So cosine rule is more about angle and the side. When we want to find the side, opposite angle and the two adjacent sides will be given. And when we'll find out angle, then all the three sides will be given in that particular non-right angle triangle or right angle triangle.